Hi, welcome to another DC audio tutorial. Today we're going to talk about our 2.0 amplifier. Now this amp right here is a 2000 watt 1 ohm monoblock amplifier. It is strappable, which I'll tell you about in just a second. But just to get into this amplifier, it has for inputs on this side, you've got 0 gauge inputs. 1 power, 1 ground. Definitely use 0 gauge for those guys. It has 2 positives and 2 negatives on the speaker outputs. Now I know I said earlier that this is a monoblock amplifier. Internally those things are connected. The reason that there's that many of them out there is just ease of installation. If you're trying to hook up a lot of speakers to one amplifier, then it's just a lot easier to get them into more holes. So that's what this guy's for right there. That way you don't got to shove them all in the same ones. It's also got the remote turn on lead on this side. That way it keeps all your wiring on one side, keeps the amp really clean looking, especially during the install. Over here on the other side of the amplifier, we have the RCA inputs, and they are a low level only. There's no high level inputs on this amplifier. There's another set of RCAs. This guy right here is the pass-through, and that's, you know, in case you need a pass-through for the RCAs. You got one set of RCAs coming back, you need to go in one amp, jump out the other. You don't want to use a set of Ys. There you go, that's what the pass-through is for. From there you got your power and your protect light, just some status lights, so that way you always know what's going on with your amplifier. The gain anywhere from 0.2 to 6 volts of input on this guy. The subsonic filter is next, the bass boost up to 9 dBs. Then you got your jack for your bass knob. It will come with the cord. Plug this into the jack over there, run it to the front of the car. Once you guys got that thing ran up front, you use the bass control. Plug this into the back. The bass control is designed to be mounted up in the front of the car. And the reason it comes with this is that there is, you know, bass controls as far as like subwoofer levels, things like that built into a lot of decks that are sold today, but usually they're in a menu somewhere, not that easy to get to. So what this guy does is just allows you to have a knob up front. You know, if you want more bass, turn it up. You want less bass, turn it down. Real simple. It makes it really easy to use. There's also a couple status lights on the front of the 2.0's bass control. One of them is the power indicator, just to let you know your amp's on. Lights on, amps on, lights off, amps off, pretty simple. The other one is a clipping indicator. And this guy is just more or less just to kind of keep your subwoofer safe, let you know kind of what's going on so you don't clip the hell out of them, keep them from blowing up. Always a positive thing right there. So that's that control for the 2.0. Back over here on the other side after that, you have your low pass filter. You also have your phase control, and then you have the linking controls. So you'll see a switch on this side. One side says master, the other side says slave, and then there's a single RCA. Now what that's for is, like I said earlier, this amp, it's a 2000 watt amplifier, 1 ohm. That's what it does by itself. Now if you want more power, there's, you know, for your system, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can buy a second amplifier, you can run 1 amp to one sub and 1 amp to another sub. But if you have linking capabilities like what this has, you can have 2 amplifiers and actually link them together. Now the benefit to this is when in the other scenario, when you have 2 sets of controls, you have to set all those up individually, make them match themselves. You know, it's kind of a pain. With the when you link them, it eliminates all of that. Once they're linked together, your master amplifier controls the slave amplifier. So you'll have 2 of these guys for a total of 4,000 watts of power. When you strap them at 2 ohm. That way each amp sees 1 ohm. But the other thing that you're gonna have that's a really good benefit is just use the master controls. Those master controls, whatever you set those to, the slave amplifier is going to follow it, so it's just a lot easier to set up. The other nice thing about it is in the first scenario, when you have 2 non-linkable amplifiers, you have 2 bass knobs if your amplifier comes with it, which would be pretty much impossible to try to control 2 at the same time. When these guys are linked together, you got just 1 bass knob, and that 1 bass knob will control everything. So it just works a whole lot better. But anyways, yeah, this is our 2.0. Again, 4,000 watts of power when they're linked together, 2,000 watts when it's by itself. It'll easily do it, no problems there. Anyways, if you want to check them out, there's more about it on the website, www.dcaudio.us. check them out there. Click the Amplifiers tab, the whole line's there. If you like what you see, shoot over to the contacts page, put in your zip code, find a dealer, and yeah, run on down to the store and check them out. Anyways, this is it, the DC Audio 2.0. Thanks for watching.